Get along on down the road. We got a long, long way to go. Scared to live, scared to die. But we ain't.
Welcome to Fuente de Vida. Hi, my name is Paul, this is Sierra, and this is Ace.
We are all presenters for the Fuente de Vida Future City team.
Land surveying engineers were vital in the design of our city. Land surveying is the technique in science of accurately determining the terrestrial or three-dimensional position of points and distances and angles between them.
Land surveyors determine the legal property lines and help determine the exact locations of real estate and construction projects.
Since our city is located on the southern Caribbean coast of Puerto Rico, we had to consider many factors for the city layout and planning. Fuente de Vida is bordered by the La Cordillera mountain range and two small rivers.
So what kind of tools do land surveyors use?
Land surveyors use GPS, creep meters, and tilt meters, which help them determine if an area is safe to build on. Also, they determine if there are fault lines nearby.
They also use tape measures, plumb bobs, 3D scanners, laser levels, and theodolites. A theodolite is an instrument for measuring both horizontal and vertical angles, used in triangulation networks and geolocation work.
What's geolocation work?
It is the geographic coordinates of a location and can be found using a GPS or global positioning system, which uses satellites to determine the exact location of a given object or place.
The surveyors then use laser levels to survey the land to see if it's level enough to build on.
Areas where fault lines are present need to be carefully monitored so that buildings and structures can be precisely planned and designed by structural engineers.
Land surveyors study the topography to help determine the proper placement of our buildings. Topography is the natural contours, elements, and elevation of land, such as sinkholes and hills. A topographic map was created with contour lines to show the different elevations of Fuente de Vida. Contour lines increase by increments of 10 meters.
Cartographers were used in the designs of maps in Fuente de Vida. Cartography is the science of practice, or drawing maps.
Another tool surveyors use is the GIS, or Geographic Information System. GIS is where engineers analyze and manage geographic data.
GIS technology can alert people of natural disasters such as landslides. GIS systems has also been used to address land use issues. GIS technologies have been added to many different government management agencies.
But did you know that surveyors can use unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs? They can make measurements just as ground surveyors could, but they can reach remote and risky areas such as high in the mountains.
When we designed our city, we took into account many factors for the different zones. Our commercial zone is in between the residential and industrial zone, so that way the residents don't have to be bothered by the industries, and so that the commercial zone isn't super far away from the residents. That makes it easier for them. The residents are closer to schools, shopping, and the business district for work.
Our industrial zone is located near the bay, since our primary source of energy is our Mars, or metal alloy removal system. It relies on methane hydrates found deep in the Puerto Rican ocean trench, which are mined by an offshore mining rig and brought back to shore on a tanker ship.
The methane hydrates are converted to methane gas, then are used in our Mars, or metal alloy removal system. We convert the methane into pure hydrogen and carbon, which both gets used in our industries for either fuel or building materials.
Ace, aren't you a geological engineer for the Mars company?
Yes, I am. My job is to make sure the ocean floor is restabilized after we mine the methane hydrates from below the seafloor. The spaces or cavities that remain after mining need to be filled with seawater to prevent collapse, which could cause subsequent tsunamis. I use surveying techniques underwater just like a land surveyor would on land.
There are actually more than one type of land surveys, like topographic survey, boundary survey, and location survey. The word survey means to study, so a land survey is a study of the shape and contours of the land. A boundary survey is the study of the exact location of the boundaries by using surveying devices to measure.
What would a person have to do if they wanted to become a land surveyor?
They would have to take many classes and pass a test from the NCEES, or the National Council of Examiners, for engineering and surveying.
So there you have it. Land surveying has many forms, tools, and techniques to determine the shape, contours, and features of the land, as well as the proper placement of buildings, homes, parks, and industries. We use these techniques to help create the beautiful city before you, Fuente de Vida.
Get along on down the road. We got a long, long way to go. Scared to live, scared to die. We ain't perfect.